2024 is an exciting year for artificial intelligence. The AI-verse expands each day, with new developments and prospects shaping the year to be one of the most defining years in the history of artificial intelligence. And this is not just any random description. OpenAI's Sam Altman, who is among the vanguard for AI advancement, said so himself in a recent post on X. What motivated his statement? These recent exciting stories explain it. The first story, and most likely the chief reason behind Altman's optimistic post, is AGI in 7 months. Yes, you heard that right. According to the latest update on Allen's conservative countdown plot, we will have a developed artificial general intelligence by November. If you didn't know, Allen's conservative countdown plot is a tracking metric developed by Dr. Alan D. Thompson. It estimates the progress towards the development of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence, or AGI, simply refers to a form of AI that can complete tasks to the same level, or even better than humans. You need no further explanation to realize how big this news is. Now, the latest progress estimation shows 72%. The meter doesn't just tick based on any standard. Certain AI developments and advancements are taken into account as metrics, including milestones such as the elimination of hallucinations in large language models and the physical embodiment of AI in robots. One of the craziest prospects Dr. Allen's plot suggests is that a round score of 80% means an AI-powered robot passes Steve Wozniacki's test of AGI. This gives such a robot the ability to walk into a house, navigate available tools, and make a cup of coffee from scratch. Mind you, this action is performed without human control or intervention. This is going to be a huge jump up for robots. Already, experts are saying that for 100% AGI to be achieved by November, the 80% score should be reached by June. If this is achieved, then we will start seeing robots carry out advanced actions, unlike anything we've seen them perform before. Keep your fingers crossed because the next 3 months in the robotics arena will be interesting. The latest AI developments that push the estimated score include the embodiment of speech-to-speech reasoning in robots, credited to OpenAI models' high-level visual and language intelligence. The second is the advanced capabilities of Anthropic's latest most advanced chatbot model, Claude 3 Opus. Claude 3 Opus outperforms GPT-4 across various benchmarks, particularly in math and coding tasks. Also, it boasts an industry-leading 1 million-plus context window. With all the latest developments, there is increased hope about the possibility of a developed artificial general intelligence by November. Although it is not impossible to achieve, it's also not as easy as it may sound. One of the holes poked by doubters, or say, skeptics, is that Allen's estimate somehow limits the capabilities of AGI, which is essentially expected to be capable of self-improvement. But isn't that exactly why it is a conservative estimate? Moving on. Another big story that has got enthusiasts talking is the content of a research paper published about Quiet Star. The paper reveals that language models can teach themselves to think before speaking. It also illustrates how this supposed internal monologue works. Research shows that large language AI model systems trained on vast amounts of text can be prompted to show their work and output in explicit chains of reasoning to answer questions or complete tasks, which allows them to solve more problems. Now, Quiet Star switches this up by enabling language models to learn implicit reasoning from arbitrary text without the need for specialized data sets. This will train and allow the model to generate useful thoughts between tokens of text, helping it to predict the next lines of the text more accurately and do so implicitly. The equivalent of this for humans is your ability to pause and think or ask yourself questions implicitly while writing or in the middle of a text conversation. 3 challenges. Quiet Star addresses include the computational cost of generating continuations, the language model's initial inability to generate or use internal thoughts, and lastly, the need to predict beyond individual next tokens. So how does Quiet Star work? It works in three main steps that form a learning loop. The first step is think. As the model processes each token of text, it generates some thoughts or reasoning statements relevant to predicting what comes next. Step 2 is works talk. The model then makes two next token predictions, one of which is based solely on the original text, and the other incorporates the thought it generated. These predictions are combined based on learned weighting. The third step is learn. The model is updated based on which thoughts lead to better predictions, receiving a reward signal that encourages it to generate more useful thoughts in the future. Thoughts that improve prediction accuracy are reinforced. The process allows the model to incrementally learn to generate reasoning that improves its language understanding and generation without explicit supervision. After applying the research's three-step learning loop and pre-training the language model on a corpus of internet text with QuietStar, there were notable improvements in GSM-8K, from 5.9% to 10.9%, and Common Sense QA, from 36.3% to 47.2%. There was also a slight perplexity improvement of difficult tokens in natural text. What's outstanding is that these improvements do not require fine-tuning on these tasks. QuietStar marks a huge step towards imbuing language models with reasoning capabilities through training on broad language data. So, just like humans, language models might soon begin to reason implicitly as they process text and improve their predictions. Essentially, they can learn to reason in a more general and scalable way. Next is one of the most amazing AI tools straight out of the stables of OpenAI. It is the text-to-video tool called SORA. Read it again, text-to-video, not text-to-speech. This means you can generate any concept of video you want by just prompting the model with text instructions, and the result is highly realistic and imaginative scenes. SORA was rolled out about a month ago, but many are yet to realize the magnitude of this development and what it means for certain industries, like the film and video content creation landscapes. According to OpenAI's technical report, SORA is able to generate multiple characters, a specific type of motion, and accurate details of a subject and background. The report also showcased sample videos that demonstrated more of the AI's capabilities, including multiple shots creation that accurately persist character and visual style. SORA builds on past research in DALL-E and GPT. It uses the recaptioning technique from DALL-E 3, which involves generating highly descriptive captions for the visual training data. As a result, the model can follow the user's text instructions in the generated video more faithfully. Remember, DALL-E 3 is what powers GPT-4's image generation feature. If you are impressed by that feature, imagine what this tool has in store. If you are a Christopher Nolan without the funds, this might just be your easiest route to show the world the universes and mind-bending plots trapped in your head. SORA is yet to be available for general public use, as the developers are still taking important safety steps. However, the tool is available to select GPT-4 users who have been able to use it for an extended period and have given their feedback. As we said, this tool could change video creation as we know it, and it's definitely one of the most exciting products to look forward to in 2024. Moving on to a more serious story on EU AI, which has sparked mixed reactions. One of the positives is that there is a total ban on biometric categorization, based on sensitive characteristics and untargeted scraping of facial images from the internet or CCTV footage to create facial recognition databases. However, there are certain exceptions for law enforcement regarding this rule, and this has attracted criticism from rights groups. The new rules are set to be implemented in stages, with companies already preparing for what's to come. What bothers many, considering especially how rapidly AI is developing, is the EU's likelihood to regularly reassess and adjust these, or even replace them. This may become quite arduous and catch some companies off guard. Another thing noted in the document is that the EU will establish laws that govern chatbots in mid-2026. Again, with the fast-paced AI advancements we are witnessing, it is highly uncertain that the chatbots we have today will remain the same in the next 2 years. For all we know, we may have achieved artificial general intelligence. This itself would require special laws and rules. On that note, we call it wraps on this deep dive into the hottest stories in the AI-verse at the moment. If you enjoyed this video and learned something, why not stick around for more? Just take a second to subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell to catch every video we drop. Until next time.